Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another media show provided by Belial, as well as I got Hilly here today.
Hello.
Hilly, how's it going today?
I'm doing great, buddy. How are you?
Doing pretty good. So, of course, as everybody understands, we're finally to the end of our season. We'll be getting into our top 25 tournament later today. The destination for this year is going to be Oakmont. So, tough course, really slopey greens, as you can see with my approach shot here. But without further ado, we're actually going to go through our initial top 25 just to tell you kind of who's in the tournament. There's lots of new faces, which is nice to see. I'll pass it over to Hilly, though, and he's going to go through it quickly.
Absolutely, thanks, Blau. And yeah, like you said, Oakmont Country Club, it's a long, tough golf course here. Par 71, 7,256 yards on the back tees, and you definitely got to be careful out here. But let's, like you said, there's a lot of new faces, but some of these seasoned veterans on the LG Tour, starting off number one ranked spot for the season, TVU Bossman with 11 wins. Bossman had this absolutely standout year. I mean, no one's even kind of close to this guy. He's playing early 2000 Tiger Woods on the field this season, but you never know what can happen in this final playoffs. So I'm sure he's got the number one spot pretty much wrapped up here, mathematically anyways, with Rogers being 3,000 points behind. So Rogers will be able to try and hang on to that second place spot. So I think Bossman's got number one clinched, which is probably the first time we've seen that in the LG Tour history going into this event, would you say?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's
no one's had that
came
much
close
lead, I don't
to
think.
being as dominant as Bossman was. I just putted off the green, by the way, twice. So
All right, I'm gonna hit my approach shot quick here. There we go, balls in the air.
okay.
All right. Yeah, so continuing on here, we got Bonifetz in the number 3 spot, Dispeak number 4, Belial rounding out the top 5. The top 3 are the only ones that have a pretty big jump on the rest of the field. Everyone else seems to get a little closer point-wise, so I don't think we'll see too much movement in the top 3 unless Dispeak, Belial, Ottawa, Pickwick, Putts, CT, unless one of those guys wins this event. I don't think we'll see too much going on. But other than that, moving down, as those guys I just mentioned, CT number 8, Different Putts number 7, and myself and Snarfghost rounding out the top 10. After that, we got a lot of new names. New names coming up. Guru, first season on the tour, Guru X26. I've played every single event this season, and he has definitely earned his spot in the top 16 right now, coming in at number 11. Following him is Mad Truck, then Betty Merchant, Major Winters, a long-time tour veteran, and Wags in the 15 spot, and Derek Nar, rounding out our top 16 right now. A lot of guys in the top 16 played every event. This is nice.
Keep in mind, too, with this top 16, that is the top 16 that will make it into the final bracket. The 17 through 25 are chasing that lucrative 16 or top 16 spot. So this tournament is definitely important. Hilly, I'll take over the rest of it for you. At number 17, we got Tubby Turbo, steady player, former Ryder Cup player as well. MD Horton, of course, won the Masters last season. Always a threat to actually win the overall title, just hasn't gotten as many events. Got NM Squatch, who actually I just saw at the top of the leaderboards about a tournament or two ago, so look out for him. We have Daddy Rides Bike, another seasoned vet. Look for him. Last season, he was actually one stroke out of making the top 16 bracket, so look for him to hopefully make a jump in there. We have then Surprise Me, Mista Don, Full Send, and Zach. And finally, our 25th spot will be Krusty X Crab, who actually got into the top 25 playing only 12 events. So that's a pretty impressive performance by Krusty, and look for him to make some noise in this top 25 event. Okay, so without further ado, that's our top 25. So we're going to talk about now how the event will run. So I'll kick this off.
Did you just make a pause on the first poll, by the way?
Yes, I did.
I can't let that go unnoticed. Sorry, I had to cut you off, but everyone who knows Belial, he loves to point in the fact that he won last season's top 16 playoff bracket. But your champ just made a quad to start around here in the practice, so at least he's doing it now and not when it matters. Carry on.
Exactly. So yeah, so we'll go over juice points. So this one is even more lucrative than a major. So first spot, if you win the tournament, you will actually gain 2,000 points. So even if you are 25th, you can jump all the way into the top, like probably 8 there at least. which will give you some home field advantage going into the top 16 bracket. Second will be 1,200. Third will be 760. So you can see the points are pretty high and pretty juiced. 25th spot, which is last place in this top 25 bracket, will give you 142 points to kind of give you an idea. So it's very possible that we can see a lot of movement around the top 25 and hopefully some people squeaking into that top 16. Especially if we have a different kind of winner other than Bossman or somebody in the top 5 right now. We'll see some big jumps around the leaderboards. And like I said, with all these points, you do need to finish in the top 16 of the bracket to be able to play in the final playoff event, which will be a match play 1v1 double leg aggregate, which means you pick a course, other person picks a course, and you basically take the overall best score out of those two. Like basically, like say if I beat Hilly 2 up in the first match and he beats me 3 up in his match, then Hilly will move on as he will be 1 up. So, how do you think, Hilly, about that the juiced points?
Well, you know what? Like, I think just to kind of give people a little insight as to the severity of how heavily weighted this top spot for this event is. So currently, right now, I'm sitting at the number 10 spot. I've only earned 1,644 points this season, playing all 24 events. I could literally more than double my entire season's points if I win this event. Like, it's... anyone can win. Like, you can go out there, you can have a good 4 rounds. There's been a lot of guys on through the season. Obviously, Bossman has won 11 of his 24 events, so he's got a pretty solid win-loss ratio this season. But...
well, that's the thing, too, is, like, if you look at it, yeah, Bossman's won 11 events, but we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different winners on the tour this season. So it really is open for anybody to kind of take advantage of and really put a good score out there and jump throughout the standings. So definitely don't take this one lightly. It's the most important tournament of the year, because if you don't make the top 16, your season is over. And unfortunately, it's going to happen for a good amount of players after the tournament is done. So yeah, definitely don't take it lightly.
Yeah,
like we said earlier, sorry?
I was going to say, one thing I want to add, though, is just, I know this is only for the top 25, but I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody who participated on the LG Tour this season. We had over 100 players complete an event this season, which I gotta say is probably a league high, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely, yeah. It was good to see a bunch of new players, and we hope to see more new players in the coming seasons. It's always nice to meet new friends, especially here with a lot of us playing hockey and stuff like that. It's led to a lot of different people getting invites and blah blah blah. Like, can I say this pin's fucked, by the way?
I mean,
like,
I've seen easier.
Can we point that out?
All right, where are you? Are you in the fairway? We'll play a little closest too.
Kick left, it'd be nice.
Yeah, how's that?
Nice work. That.
Beat a 6-footer. Anyway, with that being said, are you kidding? Oh my God, he sticks it.
Pretty good.
One thing I do want to go in with us mentioning the pin on this hole is the course. So again, we are playing on Oakmont. You'll notice this course is very similar to our top 25 event last year of Dead Hand Pines. A lot of slopes, a lot of shots that if you miss your approaches, you will be rolling off the green and have chips. We have also chips that if you hit it too light and short, it'll eat you and come right back to your feet. So you really have to play a very defensive game and kind of like hit your shots in the appropriate areas, or else you could be looking at big numbers here on holes, unfortunately. But that's the exciting thing about the top 25 is, it's the best of the best. We want to see everybody put good scores out there and be competitive, because we want the best 16 to be in that final bracket. Hilly, what do you think about the course? I know it's a personal favorite of yours.
For those of you who, like myself, love to kind of watch the PGA Tour in real life, Oakmont is one of those kind of renowned, treacherous, tough U.S. Open venue kind of courses. The wind gets blown, it's firm, it's fast, it's long, lots of undulation on the greens. It's definitely a tricky one. I'm off to a good start right now, but in the couple practice rounds I played so far, I think the best I did was 4 under. And I don't really think it's gonna be a crazy low. I don't think we're gonna see a minus 40. I'd say probably minus 30, 32 would be the lowest I think we're gonna see. That's kind of my prediction. But it's definitely.
Yeah, I think that's an appropriate number, because if, like I said, I missed the fairway on this one. Right, 59%.
I was gonna say there's kind of like our last major at Winged Foot. this course definitely puts a premium on fairways hit. Like, you're gonna put yourself in an okay spot. You're gonna get those 63 to 70% heavy rough lies. Like, it's really set you back a little bit if you're on the fairway. So definitely premium on accuracy. Although the fairways are fairly generous, but too far outside that, and you're gonna run into a bit of trouble, especially with how hard these green complexes are.
With that being said, with the course, who are some dark horses that you think, Hilly, that could make a run at possibly either making top 16 or taking a big jump in the standings? Who's somebody that you have?
You know, there's so many different ways that this can kind of pan out. I'd say obviously the guys that are just on the cusp probably have a little better of a chance. So not so much of a dark horse, but kind of the outside looking in. Definitely got to give a nod to MD Horton sitting in the 18th spot right now. He's only played 16 events, so he's played 2/3 of the events this season. He's sitting about 140 points out of the playoffs right now. There's a lot of different variables to kind of make that happen for him to kind of jump up into the final spot there. So with him being back in the game after taking a bit of a break, I'd say he's trending in the right direction. He's had a couple good finishes the last few events, so I'd like to see Horton kind of make a bit of a jump here. What about you? Anyone catching your eye?
I got two. So the first one I have is Metatruck. So currently he's in the 12th spot. So he's currently in our top 16, but he hasn't played a couple events. So I have my eyes on him because I've seen him near the top of the leaderboards on a few majors, few events, outright leads that get overtaken at the last moment, stuff like that. So look for him to make a jump, hopefully in a home field advantage. And one other guy that I have sitting in 20th spot is Daddy Rides Bike, like I mentioned earlier. Last year he missed the top 25 by one stroke.
The final event, I remember that.
So one stroke is all he missed by to possibly take a run at the championship last season. So look for him. Like I said, this year he's been streaky. He's had some really bad tournaments. He's had some really good tournaments at the same time. But look for him to make a run.
Yeah,
somebody that I'm interested to see how he finishes, because I think he'll do well, and I think he has a good chance at this kind of course. So we'll take a look at him coming back after the top 25 tournament is over.
I like it.
But without further ado, I think that's basically kind of it. We just wanted to touch base, kind of show you a little bit of the front nine here, and see what you can expect tonight. You all should also have PMs from Hilly. As noted, we kind of made a mistake and set requirements.
So this event, through the wonderful processes of the LG Tour Society admins, basically I somehow put some sort of difficulty entry requirement on the event, and it doesn't let anyone in. So we're going to do a new society LG Tour top 25. I'm going to PM that to everybody if I haven't already. And it'll be for the top 25 guys to play this event. So thank you in advance for that. And any other closing remarks, Belial?
Make sure you guys join that. We did put an extra day on the event to make sure that everybody can kind of get it in play. So it will run for 5 days. I know it's kind of long. We want to make sure all top 25 players get in the rounds if there's any like schedule issues or stuff like that, because people have lives. So we just want to make sure that everybody actually has a chance to get it in. So like I said, join that society again. But no, I think I'm good. Like I said, we want to keep this pretty short. It's only 15 minutes has gone by right now. Give you a little bit of a view of the course. But final remark here is good luck, everybody. I wish you nothing but the best. Hopefully you guys on the outside can squeak into a playoff spot, because it's the most fun time of the season, is competing for the championship. We've had 3 different winners in 3 different seasons, and looking hopefully for a 4th. But again, thanks guys for paying attention and listening. And thank you, Hilly, again for hopping on here.
My pleasure.
But we will see you guys on the course. See you later tonight, and good luck, everybody.